Hello, welcome to the L Zone with me, Latricia Marie, coming to you today with a topic that it seems to always come up, no matter the age difference, no matter how much time has passed. It's one of those, are you ready to date again? I've heard people say, and you see on social media that dating is trash. Yeah, I mean, of course it's trash in the sense of, depending on what you're looking for. But it's like, I want to start with a different way of bringing up this topic is, are you even ready to date? So I was thinking to myself when I was single, and I was like, I really want to focus on dating because I wanted to work on myself. But I was like, am I even ready to deal with somebody's personality? Am I ready to deal with their habits? Or, I clean a certain way. People ain't all made the same when it comes to cleaning, the upkeep of themselves, being what is the word I'm looking for? Thoughtful in a sense, like mindful of how they are in other people's spaces, or if you're on a date with somebody, it's like, well, how are their manners and crap like that? It's just a weird state. I think it's gotten worse with social media and the technology, maybe to where it's less person in person gauging at that moment. You can't really gauge that much on social media because people just post what you want, what they want you to see, and that may not be them. But back to my question is, are you even ready to date again? So one was, I was like, ask yourself, are you solid in you? Meaning, are you so solid and know who you are to where if you reflect on your last dating relationships or whatever, did you lose yourself? Did you start conforming to how that person thinks and moves to appease them, to keep them around, or not to rock the boat? You on eggshells? Were you solid in your foundation, your morals? What do you stand on? What brings you peace? You know, things that no, I'm not down for that, so I'm gonna walk away. Were you solid in you in order to be out here dating folks? Because I get it. Loneliness sits in how you see yourself is tied to how other people see you, and people throwing in your face maybe all the time. I don't know. I know with some people they're raised so you gotta graduate, get your diploma, go find a man. You gotta figure out how to keep them. No, are you solid in you? Do you know yourself well enough to where you won't lose yourself in the connection if you do decide to date and you connect with somebody? Ask yourself that. Two was, do you know your triggers? Do you know what makes you tick? What have you healed from? What do you think you've healed from? And if the person triggers you a certain way, are you able to handle that, recover, recognize it easier without the arguing or, you know, people can go on a date and be like, well, the last guy was like this in their mind. Not saying, hopefully, not saying out loud to the guy or the female, but you're saying in your mind, and depending on how they move, they could mimic something that they didn't realize they was mimicking from the last date you had, and you was just not feeling it. It's kind of like know your triggers, be honest with yourself. Sometimes all red flags are red flags. Maybe it's just like, you know what, it's a red flag inside yourself. It's it happens, and that's okay. But being able to recognize it and really kind of communicate with your reflect with yourself, check with yourself, and the other part of that is, are you ready to deal with somebody else's triggers in the dating world? How do you navigate that? Are you prepared for that? Have you been practicing in your isolation without dating or whatever, those type of techniques to help you move and getting to know the person? Then theory was, do you like your own company? You gotta like you. I know it's cliche to say, but do you like you? Do you like your own company? Can you sit there and be by yourself without any type of distractions, interruptions, stuff like that? It's kind of like, I know for me, I am very comfortable being solo. I am. I can be in my own company. I can laugh. I make jokes with myself. I like me, and I don't think I'm boring. Um, that comes off to a person, and they can tell if you out here a certain way because you're lonely, desperate, depressed, whatever it may be. So take heed to that and ask yourself, shoot, do I like me? Do I like my own company? Yeah, I do. Okay. Then maybe you're ready to go out there and date on the scene and have a different approach to dating because you're solid in you, you know your triggers, and you like your own company, so you're not really, bothered if somebody don't talk to you for a day or two. I don't know. I'm just saying those are three takeaways maybe that you can implement, apply, and if you don't agree, hit me up. Let me know what your thing is on how do you feel about if have you asked yourself, are you ready to date out here again? So that's all I got for this particular topic, and I thank you all for listening and come back again soon. Click, share, subscribe, and thank you for listening to the L Zone.